So we're beginning our day here in Skagway, and it's a little windy, might be a little poppy on the microphone, I'm not sure. We'll just have to wait and see, but we are doing ziplining today, which is gonna be a lot of fun. This is our third attempt to get Taylor on a zipline. So we tried to do it in Vegas when we went out to the Grand Canyon. We were going to do it when we were going to do our Southern Caribbean island hop on one of the Royal Caribbean ships, and that fell through. So now this is our third attempt, and third time is a charm, right? So we're doing ziplining today. Should be a lot of fun. We don't really know what to expect. I don't know if I'll be able to hold the GoPro, take the GoPro, anything like that. Sometimes some of these places will have helmets that have a little clip on it, so we'll just have to wait and see. But after we do that today, we're going to probably just hang out in the port a little bit, walk around, do a little shopping. Taylor really wants a long sleeve. She hasn't been able to get one yet. So yeah, it's been a really great cruise so far, and hopefully Skagway doesn't disappoint. So just a couple weeks ago, they had a big rock slide right here, and you can see how it has damaged a little bit of the pier here, but not enough to where it has made it impossible for ships to dock, which is really great and great for us, but definitely a lot of damage here. So a lot of work that they got to do and repair this stuff, and probably put up some fencing to keep the rocks from falling.
Now, what's really interesting is you actually have to go through these containers to make your way down the rest of the pier. I don't know if that's because of the rock slide or not, but it is certainly kind of a first to go down through here. And if you've never done a cruise before, this might seem insane or crazy. And if you've done a cruise before, you'll kind of know what I'm talking about. But when you do an excursion, if you're not meeting on the ship and being taken off somewhere, and you're meeting out on the pier or kind of on land to start your tour, sometimes it can be really crazy and busy. And this is one of those instances. I don't know if that's because of the damage, and maybe they would meet further down the pier where those containers are at, but it was really crazy. It got very busy and got very hectic. So just stay calm. Look for your number if you're doing a tour, and just hang out with that person. And when it's time to go, just make sure you stick with them.
All right, so we're gonna go do some ziplining. We're all tethered
up.
Geared up. We've got gear on. You can't really take much with you unless it's tethered to you. So I'm taking my phone, and I have a wrist strap on that was Taylor. She gave it to me. And
welcome.
And hopefully this should be a lot of fun. It's Taylor's first time.
Yeah.
So I will tell you guys, this first part is a little strenuous. It is a little bit of a hike, so make sure that you feel confident in doing this.
We are making our way up the trails here, up along the hillside, so we can start the zipline adventure. Taylor, how are you feeling right now?
Well, this is a hike.
And once we got to the top up here, our guides gave us a little safety spiel on how to just kind of react while you're up there. Don't freak out. Don't lose, your cool. Stay calm, and you're totally safe. And the guides will help you if you need it.
Oh, you'll be fine. There you go. You got it. You got it. Come on, you got it.
There you go. You were showing us all we can do now.
So this first part here, which is the ropes course, I don't know that it's necessarily necessary for you to do all these things, but it is kind of a test for the guides to know whether you're kind of capable of doing the zip line.
I'm making it.
And give Taylor some big props for being the first person in our group to go across all of these rope courses. I think that's awesome. I'm super proud of her. She is scared to death of heights, and this was super challenging for her, and she did so well. And I'm super proud of her, and it was a lot of fun. It was cool. And again, I don't know if this is like if you have to do this, if they're going to require you to do it, but it is kind of just a fun little way to just push the envelope of yourself and see how far you can go.
I had the idea. I'm still trying to make it.
How do I hold around this one?
But you don't need to hold on to anything.
I need to.
Okay.
Walk up here.
All right, so we just did the bridge out across and out at this one, and then we came back down the little zip line. Taylor's your first time.
I made it.
How you feel?
I was really nervous on that first bridge. I almost thought I wasn't gonna go. My anxiety like skyrocketed. But once I made it like maybe 4 things across, it was still like hard, but I made it. I was like, I'm already halfway there. I'm not turning around.
Now, what made this also a lot of fun for us is that we got to go and do it with some friends, Tim and Amanda's sister and her husband. We had a great time, and this is her sister out on the bridge, and the guides are actually swinging it, making it a little more difficult to get across. And they don't do that for everybody. It's just for those who feel comfortable. So, a lot of fun. And this is the first zip line. You know, you saw Taylor go down it, I went down it. It's really small, it's short, not very tall at all, and it's really just to kind of give you that initial feeling of what it's going to be like ziplining if you've never done it before. And for today, we've got 5 total zip lines. This is the second one. Again, not very intense, but each time the length of the zips get a little bit longer, just so that it's not throwing it in your face right away of doing the zip line. So it's a lot of fun.
Oh, that second zip line made me a little shaky. The platform was much shorter than the other one, and you dropped a little bit, but once I felt like I got caught in my harness, then I felt better, but it was very fast.
Well,
And I already made it this far.
now, once we've gotten past the first 2 zips, which are kind of the entry-level ones, we now have what would be more of the advanced ones, as you can see. These zips are much taller, a lot further, and you do get some really nice views as you go across there, but they're over pretty quickly. So even if you're looking at this right now and you're like, oh, I'm like really nervous, I don't know if I can do this, if Taylor can do it, you can definitely do it. And she does this thing where she likes to sit down as she zips each time, so then that way it doesn't feel like she's falling. She just kind of glides right off the platform. And this is zip line number 4. So we have 5 total zip lines, and the last zip line, number 5, is the longest. It's not necessarily the tallest, but it is certainly the longest. And if you're comfortable, the guides will actually let you go down backwards or flip around or spin around. And I kind of like this little point of view. Is kind of cool just from the camera's aspect, but a lot of fun.
You don't.
That last one was a little scary.
What?
Oh, it was.
So once we finished, they actually had some hot water over here, and they had little packets of hot chocolate and teas with some sugar, so that you could kind of, you know, get a little drink. And then they also had like these little kind of snack packs as well. So it was a nice little end to the day for ziplining. You know, if you're feeling a little chilly, which I was, as you can see, we're all wearing jackets. The hot chocolate was kind of nice. After this, we made our way back into the town. The tour group dropped us off, and we just did a little walking around, did some shopping. We're trying to find something unique. If you know me, I'm always trying to find a sticker. Taylor was looking for a long sleeve. And then we made our way in to get something to eat. And normally, I think Taylor and I don't really like to eat in port, but, you know, we're here and it should all be pretty fresh seafood, so why not? So we were on our way back to the ship, and, you know, I mean, I was kind of feeling hungry. Obviously, we can get back on the ship and eat for free or included with our cruise fare, but our tour guides for today had actually mentioned this place on the way back, and so we thought we'd swing in and try it out. So we've got some food coming, and I decided to
I asked if they had any ciders. They didn't have anything except for Angry Orchard, which is very unique. So they have this Alaskan hard seltzer, which is made in Juneau, and they actually use spruce tips in the brewing and flavoring of the hard seltzer. And this is a mango peach, which our bartender wisely suggested as the best flavor, and it is quite good. So we're at this restaurant in Skagway, and lo and behold, there's a Buc-ee's magnet down here. What is that doing all the way up here? So just finished eating up. We're gonna get back onto the ship. Skagway Fish Company. Pretty good food. It's super quick. Wasn't really busy.
No, that was super great. We just sat at the bar and got the food super fast.
However, not a good place to get crab legs if that's what you want. If you're thinking closer to the ocean, they should be a lot cheaper.
It was expensive.
They were
I didn't get that.
They were like super expensive. So Taylor didn't get that, but
I had some king crab bisque. It was good.
Yeah, I mean, it's still a pretty decent place, I think, to grab a bite to eat.
Yeah.
It's on the way back to the cruise ship, so why not? So we coming back and we have a bear. It's an inside joke. It's from Todd. It says, "Josh, we found a bear," which is really funny.
It is funny.
All right, Taylor and I are totally exhausted from today. I think it's been like a little bit of like the cooler kind of temperature, the wind blowing, and it feels like it's been a longer day, and we're super tired. But before we end our day here in Skagway, we're actually going to get to do the North Star here on the Ovation of the Sea. So there's a couple things that you guys should know about the North Star before you get on the ship. Because there's a free complimentary option that you can do, and then there's also a paid option. And the paid option is called extended. And what that means is that the arm, when it goes up, will actually extend over the sides of the ship. So when it does that, it is an additional fee, and they don't do it while you're in port. So the complimentary times typically are when we are in port, and the North Star will simply go straight up into the air. It is still a really cool view. It's an awesome, 360 kind of bird's eye view, not of only the ship, but of the port that you're in. And of course, it's a great time to do it here with all the mountains around us. So I think it was like tomorrow in Juneau, I think it was somewhere around $70 per person to do the extended experience on the North Star. And again, extended simply means that when the North Star goes up, it also goes off the sides of the ship and not just straight up into the air. So we are doing just the straight up into the air. It's complimentary. And Taylor should be coming up here any moment. She went downstairs to get her jacket. But yeah, it should be a lot of fun.
Was it good?
I can't believe how much that thing shaked.
Did you see all the bears?
I know.
I did see the bear.
Picture of us too?
Yeah,
Thank you.
I tried.